Hi everyone, this is the activity Dragonfly, Printer, and Frog. So we're going to take a look at how to do slide 6. So it says a printer can print 3 high quality photographs in 2 minutes. How long will it take that printer to print 14 photos? Show 2 or 3 different methods that you can use to understand and solve this problem. So I'm just going to show you one method here in Seesaw. So I'm going to go down and add a new page. All right, so one thing with all of these proportions problems, you want to go ahead and make a table. So I'm going to label what this is. This is C108, and this is slide 6. And you can do this yourself in Seesaw if you ever want to take notes. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a table. And here I have X and I have Y. Okay. And X is going to be, this is representing the minutes. And this is the photos, number of photos, right? So let's make that more accurate. So this is going to be number of photos. Okay, so the number of photos is going to be, it said, let's go back and look. It said that it's 2 minutes, 3 photos. So I put the number 2 here and 3 photos. Okay, so that means in 4 minutes, how many photos do I have? It should be 6, right? What about in 6 minutes? If I add 2 here, right? It's spacing, it's going up at a constant rate. Then I should have 3 more because it looks like here I'm adding 3 every time. So that's going to be 9 photos, right? So each time it looked to me like I was adding 3 on this time. Each time I was adding 3, right? And then on this one, I'm adding 2 each time. So that's the constant rate there, okay? Now, what I need to find the constant of proportionality, right? I know you've heard that a lot. So how do we find the constant of proportionality? So find the constant of proportionality. And you should practice saying that because remember, math is a language. I'm spelling that right. Okay. Find the constant of proportionality. All right, so that's going to be 3. It's going to be y over x. So our numbers in our table, if we're doing y over x, would be, let's take any, it doesn't matter which one. We'll do 3 divided by 2. Over means divided by. That actually turns out to be 1.5. So that's my constant of proportionality, okay? So let's look at this. It turns out that 2 times 1.5 gives you 3. Check it in your calculator, right? So if I were to write that out, 2 times, for my table, if I'm multiplying each of these, is always times 1.5. So to go from x to y, I'm actually multiplying times 1.5. That looks like x 1.5. So I'm going to write the word times instead. So this is times 1.5, right? Times 1.5. So that's how I'm getting from x to y. Now, what's the opposite of times or multiply? Divide. So if I want to go from y to x, I divide. So if I wanted to go this way, I'm actually going to be dividing by 1.5. Check it out in your calculator. You'll see divide by 1.5. Okay. So for example, So, for example, we're using the constant of proportionality, K. So if K equals 1.5, that's the constant of proportionality, then 2 times 1.5 equals 3, but also 3 divided by 1.5 equals 2, right? So this gave you your X, and we're going to do something since we're in 7th grade now. We're not going to use the time symbol because we get it mixed up with X too much. So we're going to use parentheses to show multiplication, right? So we have 2 times 1.5 gives you 3. 3 divided by 1.5 gives you 2. So going back to my problem, what am I trying to find? So it says if I have 14 photos, how long does it take to print? So I want the minutes. So I'm going to make my table a little longer. And I know that I have 14. Oops, I want to be blue here. Let's go over to blue. Okay, so then I'm going to have 14 photos. How do I find how many minutes it is? Well, I want to go this way, so I divide by 1.5. So I'm going to do 14. Let me get my color straight. Okay, this black and white. Okay, so I want to do 14 divided by 1.5. Now, when you're in class, you should have a calculator open. How do I get a calculator? I just go Google calculator. And I can use it to do these problems. So 14 divided by 1.5 equals 9.333333. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that down, and that's our answer. So you can basically print 14 photos in 9.33 minutes. And that's your answer.